Hello and welcome to the second episode of LockDown with me, Andrew Lewis. Today I have a very special guest. He's a Wolves matchday vlogger. Please welcome Finerrz, everyone. How are you doing today?
I'm alright, thank you, mate. Yeah, getting by. It's obviously strange circumstances at the moment, and I know you can't see me at the moment, but I'm looking very overgrown. But I'm doing better than my appearance suggests.
What, have you shaved your hair off, or are you going to keep that going? What are you doing with your hair?
No, I've gone the opposite at the moment. I've gone for the let it grow, but it's sort of in that weird stage where it's just uncontrollable. And for facial hair as well, I've just let it grow. So
I was going to let my hair grow out, and then it got way too long, so I've shaved it all off.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm getting to that stage now. I'm having to nick my mum's headbands and stuff just to keep it on my face. I'm just going to go for the long look then. Hopefully by the end of lockdown, I was thinking sort of Jason Momoa in Aquaman. That was my goal, but it's not working at the moment.
Right, so let's just get into it then. So how long have you been a Wolves fan, and what got you into being a Wolves fan?
Well, to be honest, before I can remember, we were literally, funny you say that, in lockdown activities, keeping busy. My family found a like all the pictures we'd ever taken on like proper photos. You know, people don't do it nowadays, but I used to like get them printed out. And we found one of me just as I'd been born, put into my first baby grow, and it was Wolves with the Goodyear thing across the middle. My dad got me started from very early on, so about half an hour into my life I was a Wolves fan. But I first went to a game, I think I was 4 or 5, I think. I've got a picture of it actually, but I think it was 2004, 2005, and I was born in 2000. So yeah, since before I can remember, and it's crazy. People don't believe that you've been. Now Wolves are doing so well. They think you've almost jumped on the bandwagon or whatever. But no, yeah, it's crazy to see what's happened in that time. Really.
I mean, they've gone through a journey and a half, Wolves have, because they've been the most up and down team I've ever known. Like what was it? Yeah. Like 5 years ago, they're in League One or something. 5 years ago, was it? Yeah,
and it's annoying because when I was at school, like Wolves were always bad. So my mates that are Man United fans and whoever, a few Man City fans towards the end, they take the mick. And then now I have all the ammo to be able to. And now
no we're the good team.
Shout it at, so. Yeah, exactly.
Thing is, like,
yeah, I'm getting bored of it. Yeah.
When I was born, like I didn't really support a team, and then I was a Wolves fan when I was young. And when I turned about 10, I became a bandwagon and supported Chelsea.
Right.
I don't know why. I was living in Spain. I just decided, yeah, Chelsea, yeah.
Oh wow.
So I was supporting Chelsea because of Fernando Torres, Lampard, all of them. And then I realised that while I'm supporting Chelsea, I don't even go to the games. Because my granddad used to take me to all the Wolves games. And I was like, let me just support Wolves.
Yeah.
And that's when we were in League One, I think it was. When we were going down into League One. And I think Chelsea just won the Premier League or Europa League or something. So I went from that straight to League One. The thing is, I went to the games, which is, like, I was never going to go to a Chelsea game. I don't even live anywhere near it, so... I was like, yeah, Wolves.
Yeah, that's a big side of it, isn't it? Being able to actually get to the games and stuff like that. But
the irony is, I can't go to a game now, though.
No, yeah, but I suppose you've had a good few years in the bank there, I suppose.
But the annoying part was, though,
no, yeah, that's the thing I'm missing.
I used to go when I used to go to Wolves games, I used to use my mate's season ticket. So I never used to get the points. Right. And now when the points are more important than ever, I don't have any bloody points. Yeah. So I can't get tickets now. I can only go to the occasional Europa League game.
I haven't been able to get. I've been to every single game, and there's some that I haven't. Well, obviously not every single. I miss Bournemouth away. I didn't have enough points, and yet I've been to like every single game. But because there's like 12 fans at Bournemouth, in the stadium, it's hard to get a ticket.
12 fans.
No, yeah, they are like gold dust.
Oh dear. Right. So how does this like period affect like your like YouTube and stuff? 'Cause obviously you go to every game, you film them. So how does this affect you?
Yeah, it's the only thing that I did. I know a lot of people that do similar stuff to me have a lot of irons in the fire, almost doing separate things like podcasts or videos away from the ground. But literally all I was going to the games, doing sort of vlogs, that style. So literally everything that I did has disappeared, and I've seen other vlogger people try and come up with other stuff. Some have been successful. Obviously views are naturally going to be down because people watch you to go into the stadium and stuff, and when you're not doing that, it's not. So I haven't even attempted anything else to be honest yet. I've done a few live streams, but yeah, it's literally everything I did. Whether I should have had some more stuff going on, so then I would have had other stuff to do. I've come up with a few ideas, but then you come up with stuff and it's like, oh right, and I'll do that with this person. It's like, oh wait, no, they're at home and they can't see me or whatever. Like, yeah. So it's coming up with stuff, and I don't know. I don't want to sort of be scrapping for something to do and it look desperate, if you know what I mean. I want to be something where I go, yes, that's a brilliant idea, and I think I've got a few, depending on how much longer this goes on. But yeah, obviously, literally 100% of my content has gone. I think there'll be ways to do it because obviously. I saw a thing this morning on Sky Sports. They said they don't reckon stadium football, like full stadiums. I think it was a guy that represented Arsenal. He said 24 months, which is a posh way of saying 2 years. But like for me hearing that, I was like, wow. So I'm gonna have to come up with other ways. Thinking maybe I'd done a few like Gogglebox style ones when I couldn't get to the game, and it's like watching it at home. And I think that's gonna have to be the way forward when it eventually comes back.
Wolves games aren't always on the telly though either, so it wouldn't even work all the while, which is annoying.
Yeah, if you were still Chelsea, you'd be all right. They're on every other week, aren't they?
Yeah, true. But yeah, I ain't going back to the dark side. Staying to my true colours now. Right. So let's talk about because when you started off YouTube, you didn't go straight into match day. Did you do FIFA? Was it?
Yeah, I did. What was it, about 12, 13, and you think, right, I'm going to do YouTube, and you put out. I did like a pack opening, and it's like, oh no, why hasn't it got 1 million views? But then you realise the harsh reality of it with so many people doing that sort of stuff. So I did a bit. To be honest, I was just doing whatever I felt like. So I did a bit of FIFA, a bit of GTA, a bit of Call of Duty, I think. And then I just thought, after a few years, and I had I think about 500 subscribers or whatever. So I was like, no, I've got to almost go for a smaller market, and then try and be the top guy at that almost. And I was going to the Wolves games and thought about videoing them. So I think, to be honest, the first few games that I did, I was very lucky in that they were really good games. So I think when Newcastle were in the Championship and they were like the top dog, Wolves went to St James's and won 2-0. So that was a good one. Liverpool away in the FA Cup, which we won when we were like mid-table Championship. So it really kicked. I think if it was like losing 1-0 to Barnsley or whatever, those first few games, it would have really stifled my what's the word? I don't know, like ambition to do it. But no, yeah, it was a good start, and then I've just gone from there. And then thankfully, Wolves have done the same, because it's only down to what Wolves have done is for like the numbers that I get. It's weird going into filming a video and you can't control it. You like, I could make a good video here, but if we lose, people aren't going to be interested unless we get really battered, and then other fans will want to see it. But yeah, it is strange. But yeah, I forgot your original question now. I've gone on a right ramble.
Yeah, it was just basically what got you into like the stuff that you started off with. That was basically the question. Yeah.
But yeah, basically just the positive feedback from the first few videos. But to start with YouTube, it was just like, I expect you've had similar stuff where you see people wanting to do it from a very, very young age, because you hear it like KSI. Mine particularly was Spencer Owen. Because he was doing a bit of everything, a bit of FIFA, but then he was vlogging West Ham games, and obviously he's gone on to do amazing things and stuff. So yeah, it was sort of that, and then I'm just very lucky that Wolves have gone from League One to Europe in, yeah, as you said, like 5 years. It's crazy.
It's gone pretty quick. Yeah. I mean, I used to do the same when I was like 10, doing all these stuff, trying to be thinking you're the next big thing, and then seeing you get about 2 views, one's off your nan and one's off your mum. So I mean, exactly. No, it's the same for me now.
I used to do videos, and then my mum wouldn't let me put them up. That like I used to film them with my mates. She was like, "No, this isn't good. It's just like 10-year-old me trying to kick a football or whatever." It was just
And editing them on iMovie, thinking I was the best editor in the world, and.
But yeah, I was iMovie, definitely iMovie, and then I've gone into Final Cut, which is just like
I use Final Cut at the moment now.
Yeah.
I got it off my mate for free because he bought it and just gave it to me, so I'm just using it now.
Oh. I was going to say it's really expensive, but I suppose it's a good investment that I got a few years ago. But yeah, anyone looking to do editing out there, it's just like I just find it very user friendly. It looks nice, doesn't it? Very Apple.
It's very basic, but it does the job. Like it's got quite some good features. It's quite advanced. Like some of my mates slate me because I don't use bloody Premiere Pro, but that's that's expensive as hell. Like it's like what? £20 a month. Yeah. I don't have that money, man.
Just doesn't look as nice for me. I don't know.
It's overcomplicated for me.
Yeah.
Final Cut's very easy to use. You know, it's quite easy. It does the job, man.
iMovie on steroids, and so if you start with iMovie, then it's fine.
Yeah. Right, I went to the dark place. Right, I went to the dark place of your YouTube channel and went to Sort by Old.
Right. Brilliant.
So and one of your first, and your literally your first video was with Steve Bull. So like, how have you done that?
Yeah, that was when I thought right, this is going to get 1 million views as my first video. But no, I don't know what. I think it's got a fair few from people going back and doing that same sort of thing and seeing that. And when I watched that back, I just cringe. That first intro as well, I remember it took me 60 to 70 takes. I didn't realise like jump cuts existed, so I had to do it all in one. I got my hair probably even worse than it is now. But it was just we sort of got to know sort of family friends. So I asked him a favour. It took a lot of convincing, just to get him to sit down and play FIFA with me. And he'd never played it before, so I don't know that. Yeah, you'll have seen in the video. I just absolutely batter him. But it was. I thought that was like what a first video to make, and I think I could do it much better now if I did it again, which I'll hopefully do.
You probably could, yeah.
Do soon, do something like that, yeah. But I'd probably give him a few lessons before, or like play on the same team or whatever. That might be cool. But no, yeah, that was it was a good. I think it would have gone down better having already had the audience. But I thought, yeah, right, Steve Bull, mega superstar. Then you realise he's a Wolves hero.
Yeah.
But yeah, he can't. It was strange, yeah. And then I think I followed it up with a few pack openings, still getting like 12 views, and I was like, why am I not famous? But no, it's a learning curve.
Yeah, because I think your first video's got about I think it was 15,000 views, but yeah, I think that's because of the whole everyone goes back to it, because everyone's first videos after like a while always has the most views because everyone goes back to it. But
yeah, it wouldn't have hit 4 figures in like the first year of it or whatever.
Yeah.
It was.
It's a pretty good first title to go with, straight off the bat with Steve Bull.
Yeah, it's not bad, especially for a Wolves themed channel. I just wish it was a better product that people were watching that video. I might have to redo it, see if I can get him involved again.
Yeah, you could probably do it now. It shows the improvement of everything.
Yeah, the thing is, it'd have to be online though, and I don't think. I would guess that he doesn't have a PS4, probably.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
it would be hard at the moment.
Is over.
Yeah, maybe when this is over, you could do it.
Or if FIFA could drop in a little Steve Bull icon card, that'd be a good excuse.
They should.
Nice one.
I'm surprised they haven't done that yet.
Well, yeah, I was thinking that almost like but like cult heroes. You know what I mean? Like, so they don't necessarily have to be 90 rated or whatever, because at the end of the day, he was scoring all the goals in the championship or whatever, albeit 306 of them. Yeah. But whether you could do like more affordable ones, but they were like, so you got Steve Bull, or I'm trying to think of other clubs cult heroes. I don't know. I don't really know. There's not really many one club men about, is there? We were very lucky to have, but I don't know how they could do that. But whether they could just make him like 80 rated or whatever, but have incredible.
They could definitely do something with him.
You never know.
It's not like he was like no one heard of him. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. Played for England.
Exactly. Yeah, so yeah, sort that out. Sort that out, EA. Right.
Yeah. Someone have a word.
Let's step back from the football. Let's go into to more of your like normal life. Do you like what sort of music do you like?
I know a lot of people say this, but I'm very weird in that a bit of everything.
Yeah.
But like there'll be like one genre, and I like a bit of someone, and then I don't like that. I'm really, really weird. But in general, I'm sort of like funky hip hop, R&B, rap sort of stuff. So my main guy, I love Anderson .Paak. Mac Miller as well, which is, to be honest, all the people that I like just died. It's really a nut. So I liked Mac Miller, he died. XXXTentacion, he died.
Yeah.
I love Post Malone, so fingers crossed he's all right for a while.
He's doing all right at the moment.
And likewise, yeah, with Anderson .Paak as well. But then I love the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack that I got into through Marvel stuff, which is loads of old school ones.
Yeah.
So I'm very varied. But what's your sort of?
I'm pretty similar. I like a lot of everything. I can go from, but my main genre that I like is I like a bit of rock. Oasis, nice. Queen, that sort of stuff. Nice. I've been listening to a lot of Oasis recently. I don't know how, but a lot of Oasis. But
I went back to Arctic Monkeys as well in this lockdown. Just had a flick through all the albums again, because they were the ones that really made me start to get into guitar. Arctic Monkeys.
Yeah. Learning
like Mardy Bum and all the classics. So.
I'm just at home with no instruments and wishing I could add, because in my home in Spain I have a drum kit, but obviously I can't go there, so I got nothing to play. I just tap the table.
Whenever I watch Anderson .Paak, it makes me want to play the drums.
Yeah.
I don't know whether I've got the sort of like because he plays the drums and sings, and to me that's just impossible. So like, even with guitar, I find it hard to guitar and sing. Like it's like separate functions.
Yeah, I don't get how people do that, because I tried to learn the guitar and I can just about do it staring at my fingers, going whatever. But then I don't know how people sing, not look at the fingers and just place it perfectly, or without hearing any other strings. I can't do that. Yeah,
because I've really got into on YouTube. If anyone's getting really bored, there's these things called Tiny Desk concerts. I don't know if you've ever seen them.
No.
Have you seen it? Like it's like this music company's office, and they get like mega celebs in. So Anderson .Paak did one, and it's like in this little cramped office, and they're all playing and doing live versions where he's like how he drums and does the guitar, but then you watch drums and sings. Even drums and do the guitar would be pretty hard.
That would be.
Yeah, but yeah, just seeing like the talent people have got and seeing it close up, because normally you see it on a stage or whatever, and it's like, oh, it's not as real. But when they're just there, and I can't. Especially like the bassists as well. Some of the bass things, and they're just like, it's just unbelievable. But they're like 15-minute videos. I just put them on in the background. They're nice and chill. They're very good.
Yeah.
Tiny Desk concerts, everyone.
I've never heard of that or seen that. I'll probably have a look at it after this. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anyone. I don't think Oasis have done it.
No.
It's only been in the last few years, so trying to get them all in a room might be a struggle.
But like I say, I like a lot of stuff. I go from rap to hip hop to pop to rap to rock. I go from like Migos to Buddy Tupac, and then I'll go to Oasis, and then I'll go to Ariana Grande. It's a bit.
Yeah, we love a bit of Ariana Grande.
It's all a bit all over the place.
Bit of Ariana Grande and Mac Miller together. That was the
that was
power couple of the time.
It was. I mean, they did the bloody. Was it that? The Manchester one together as well, didn't they? Yeah,
he did. That's one of my favourite ever songs when he did Dang. Well, it is my favourite ever song, I'd say. Because it's Anderson .Paak and Mac Miller on a song, so I was like, yeah. That's it for me. I'm sorted.
What's your favourite Mac Miller song?
Probably that one. Or after that, I really like the one with Ariana Grande, my favourite part. That album, that Divine Feminine album's very, very good. But there's on the new album, the one that released after his death, I really like Blue Worlds as well.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
I'd have to
like
say
all the funky ones.
Yeah. For me, I'd have to say for Mac Miller probably be Nike's on My Feet. I don't know why, but I really.
Oh yeah.
It's just such a chill.
Ewan, the freestyler, the Wolves freestyler.
I think I do.
Yeah, he did. That's one. That one and Best Day Ever, like the real originals.
Yeah. Nike's on my feet, gamma night. It's just a bouncy song. I like it. Right.
He's gone through a real progression from that to.
Yeah. Right. Let's get back into the Wolves. We're gonna have to talk about this because this is the first ever video I saw of you. But it's gonna have to be the FA Cup semi-final last year.
Right. Okay.
The very sad times, and my heart's going a bit at the moment. But I mean, what was the atmosphere like at the start before when we're 2-0 up? Like, what was the atmosphere of that like?
It was like so good that I sort of knew something was going to have to go wrong. If you know what I mean. Like I always said before I died, like even when I was like 6 or 7, I was like, I want to see Wolves at Wembley, and I never even that. I think to be honest, in the first few years, you don't really know what's going on. You're just sort of watching these guys kick a ball around. So when I'm like 4, 5, 6, I don't think we had, to be honest. I don't know. My history's not great on it. But I was like, I want to see Wolves play at Wembley. And I said, to be honest, I want to see him play in Europe, and I want to see Wolves play at Wembley, and they've both been completed pretty early on. But yeah, it was just you're there, you're walking up Wembley Way, and there's just a sea of gold shirts, and even like some of the Watford shirts, they look yellow, and so you could mistake them for Wolves anyway. So just this sea of gold. And the atmosphere was amazing. The outside, it's just, and then you got in, and the Hi Ho Silver Lining was the loudest I'd ever heard it.
Oh, I can imagine.
But to be honest, after that, I thought, wow, this is a special atmosphere. But then you also think, like during the game, I don't know whether I commented on it on my video. It's you've sort of got the South Bank in there, dotted around, so the people that sing.
Yeah.
And then you've got a lot of people where it would have been like their first games or whatever, or they wouldn't have normally got to games because the allocation was so big.
Yeah.
So it was really hard to get songs going, and then especially when you're under the cosh. So 1-0 and it's like, there's loads of singing going on, the classic songs that everyone should know. Then it got to 2-0 and it's like, honestly, like all the stars aligned for me with like The Mask, Jimenez scoring such a great goal as well.
Oh my days, man.
So it was, and then I had the Saka Punta stickers coming out the next week. So I was like, oh my god, what timing this is for Jimenez stuff. And then you just sort of felt and then people are trying to get songs going, and you felt it start to go, and then Delafeu came on and just turned into prime Messi. And that's when it started to get quiet, and then there's people like, come on, sing your hearts out, and then it's like it was just a very strange 15 minutes where you just, well, to be honest, then the extra time as well, but that sort of 75 to 90 was just the most horrible feeling. Were you watching it on TV?
Yep. I tried to get tickets, but I couldn't get there. But oh man, I was so gutted.
I don't know whether you could feel it at home. It was just like you just knew something was coming, and then the mistakes were creeping in, and then we brought a lot of big players off, didn't we? With Neves, Jota.
Yeah.
With like when it's like
everyone thought we would done it. Everyone thought we'd done it. Like that's it. We've done 2-0 up. What, 15 minutes to go? We've sorted. Next thing you know,
then you need a goal, and then you've got like your best players are off the pitch, and it was.
I was there.
It was just. I can imagine it's very funny to watch for other fans, because it's like they go 2-0 up, and then it's like one of the things where you just know it's going to go wrong, and it's mixed emotions for me, because it's my best viewed ever video, most viewed video, but it's just the most horrible.
I can see the Watford fans
memories.
laughing right now.
Yeah, definitely. But then again, I think we had the last laugh with that, because I think one of my other most viewed ones was Watford away that season, which effectively beating them put us into Europe, and Jimenez scored as well, and everyone's in masks and stuff. So that was good fun. But yeah, I'd have much rather. Or would you think if they'd have said you can lose at Wembley, then definitely get into Europe, I'd have probably taken that, to be honest.
But then again, I feel like even if we won that game, I think would have had a good chance of winning the FA Cup though, because we do well against City, weirdly.
Definitely, and we'd have definitely given them a better game. Like watching that final, you just think you put on this unbelievable performance
We've
for
lost
us,
to
Watford,
these guys,
and then you just roll over. It's just
And then they lose 5-0 or something.
Was it 6-0?
They
6-1
got
or something.
battered.
But then, like you see this season, did the double over City. I think Nuno's got Pep's card marked. Like even when we were in the Championship and then drew with them in the cup, it would have been much more interesting. Yeah, and then that would have been a crazy way to get into Europe as well, beating Man City at Wembley.
Oh yeah.
But you never know.
Because when we were 2-0 up, I was like, right, let's get ready to get the tickets for the final. Because we're like, we're going to get tickets for the final.
People were booking hotels and all sorts.
And the next thing,
like in the stand.
There's just 15 minutes to go. And then Donker tackled him in the box.
Yeah, I noticed. I think I commented about a minute before that as well. He had a throw in and he just threw it straight to Deeney. I was like, he's not switched on here. And then he just kicked someone up in the box. And then that was the first ever experience of VAR as well. So it was like VAR checking penalty and everyone's biting. Oh god, it was horrible. Absolutely horrible.
I don't need to get started on VAR for this season.
Oh no.
Doesn't get any better.
It's one thing I'm not missing.
Oh, they should just scrap that altogether, because it's not done us any favours really. It gave us a red card, I think that was it. I can't even remember.
There was one. I think we had it creeped in at the end. We had one or two. There was a lot of people said the turning point was Southampton, but that was just they checked the goal, but it was still okay. But the ref said it was okay, so it's not technically a VAR decision. But everyone's like, oh yeah, they've done us a favour there. But
all VAR did was just check it to make sure it was okay, but they didn't. It wasn't. Not a goal. Then they gave it as a goal. So
it was just it's sort of. It really has. I don't know. I might go back and almost watch a video celebrating from last season and then watch one this season. Could you just? There's something in the back of your mind when it's happened to. So especially Wolves fans, Sheffield United fans. I think was it West Ham that have been done over as well by it a lot. You just think this is going to get ruled out here because we've made ourselves look so stupid so many times, particularly Anfield, Liverpool away, and there was another big one that really, really annoyed. I can't remember what it was. I think the Anfield one was the biggest one.
The Johnny one.
The Johnny, then the Neto goal. And it's being like, because he's my age, so just if I'd scored at Anfield and scored such a good goal, and it's because Johnny's, God.
Toe, it was pixels. You couldn't even tell. That's the worst part when it's so close like that.
Yeah. It's just. I don't know what the solution is to that, and I think the main thing is to get the referees going over to the screens, which they had started to do, which is promising.
Isn't that only with red cards though?
Yeah, they've done it. I think they've done it in a few FA Cup games as well, but I think they should do that for penalties, for red cards, all those big decisions. Offsides, I don't think there's any good way to sort it. It's just because it's such a binary thing, and then you can, I don't know whether you can say there's that thing where it's like if your whole body's offside, then you're offside. If a pop, but then it's like trying to measure the tiny bit of you that's onside. It's always going to be a mess. I think that one.
Yeah. Let's talk a bit about the season that was happening. That was going pretty well for us. We could be Champions League positions here, and then we were doing well, and then she has Corona ruining everything for us. But
yeah, I know a lot of people. It's such a big thing going on, and Liverpool fans will be saying why this season for us because we're about to win the league, but especially for Wolves, it's like
that
in Europe, I'm getting to go abroad, and it's like the one season to follow Wolves around, and then this happens, and I know there's a lot of people worse affected than not being able to go on a plane.
Yeah,
but it is sod's law, isn't it?
Yeah, well, like the thing is, we're so close to Champions League. Are we 6th or 7th in the league? Can't remember now.
6th, I think, but Sheffield United had a game in hand. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
because all we need is variations as to where we could end up.
Yeah, it's just a shame.
Because
really.
it's like the Sorry, you go.
Then I continue.
It's like they've got the either finish the season or you finish where we are, or you do points per game, or I saw that halfway point. And have you seen like with the if they finish it at 19 games, Wolves were 5th, and then if Man City get banned, that would make us 4th. So we could either be out of the Europa League, in the Europa League, or Champions League, depending on what happens.
It's all a bit of a mess, and we're in a bit of a sticky situation. So I don't know what we. I say just continue it without the fans. If they just test everyone.
Oh, it's got
And then just make sure, because they're going to continue the Formula 1 and stuff, and they're going all around the world. So surely they can do football when that's only in the same country.
Europa League's another mess they've got to sort out as well. Because I thought we'd have a really good chance as well. The position we were in, some of the big boys had been knocked out as well. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but yeah, we'll see what happens.
If they do continue it, like if they do the second leg for Olympiacos, do you think we can do that? Because obviously they did quite well in the first game. You know they. Yeah,
it was very strange watching that on TV.
Yeah.
I had a trip sorted to go to Greece, which is unfortunate. But it was just. It felt very strange. I thought we did well against the odds to sort of get that goal. A very good goal as well.
Yeah.
But it should never have been played, to be honest. Wolves asked, and then they forced us to play it, and then 1 or 2 days later, everything's called off. So it almost feels like it's going to be like a one-game knockout sort of thing, isn't it? Instead of like feeling like 2 legs, because the 2 legs are going to have been months and months apart. But I think we can. There wasn't much that scared me in that Olympiacos team. I just thought the lack of crowd, which probably going to be again at the Molyneux, but the lack of really mess with them for the Wolves players, I think. So I think we should be all right. Fingers crossed. Whenever it's played.
I think we've got the away goal as well, so as long as we don't concede, I think we should have it.
Yeah, and that's Nuno's normally his main priority, isn't it? Not concede first and then try and score. So little 0-0, that'll do fine.
Yep. Right, now we're going to go into a quick fire round. I'm going to ask you 10 questions.
Okay.
I'm just going to try and answer them as quick as you can, basically.
Okay.
You ready? Number 1.
So ready.
What is one of the things you'd like to put on your bucket list? All complete.
Ooh, football related. I'll keep it football related with everything that's. Sorry, this is very quick. But with like everything, all the subscribers I've got from Mexico, I've said I really want to go to Mexico and watch Club America play, which is where Jimenez started.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I want to do when all this is over.
What is your favourite superhero and why?
Oh, if you'd have asked me that a few years ago, it'd have been different. But now, after Thor Ragnarok, I love Thor, and I'm looking up here because I've got those little, the pop vinyl things.
Yeah. I've
got a lot of Thor ones. If Groot counts as a superhero, then maybe. But also Spider-Man. Like being a child, it was always Spider-Man. But in the last few years, with the Marvel films, I love Thor.
Yeah. No, I never used to really like Thor that much, and then all of a sudden, I just watching all the Thor films. I like Thor a lot more.
The first 2 aren't great,
yeah.
But the Thor Ragnarok, and then it through the 2, 3rd and 4th Avengers is brilliant.
Right, if you could trade lives with anyone for a day, who would it be and why?
Oh wow. Anyone. Obviously, maybe like Jimenez, just to be able to see what it's like to score a goal for like Wolves.
Yeah.
Or if I go back in time, be like Steve Bull for a game where he scored 4 goals or whatever.
Yeah.
But anyone.
Maybe not right now.
With the music stuff, I'd love to have the musical talent of Anderson .Paak and go and play live at like a V Festival or a Park Life or something like that.
Yeah.
I've got loads. Ariana Grande, maybe.
Yeah.
just to be able to look at that in the mirror, just think, wow,
Yep.
I am amazing. But
I can
no,
relate.
I don't. Yeah.
It's a tough one.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll go because we're thinking Wolves. I'll go back in time, and I'll be Steve Bull when he scored against West Brom. Please.
Yeah.
That'll be amazing.
Yeah, that would be good. Right. What is the thing you are most afraid of?
Ooh. I suppose death's quite a generic answer.
Yeah.
Especially at the moment, I think that's affecting
Bit afraid of it all, yeah.
everyone, but I feel like that's quite generic. I don't know, but it probably is that. But can I flip that one to you, and then you give me an idea? What do you think? We'll get deep.
Ooh, I think mine will probably be death as well, because you always have that thing in the back of your mind, like, if I die, like, that's it. Like,
I know,
one day it's just gonna be like, yeah, that's it. You're never gonna see anyone again. And that's it. Like, it's always in the back of your mind. It makes you go like, ooh, I don't know. I don't want to go
Definitely.
and all this stuff. But if we're going
especially
like
now, like with
if you're going like a fear though, I'd probably like another one. It's gonna be quite basic again, but it's gotta be spiders. I hate spiders.
Yeah, that's what my dad would say. My dad's spiders.
And jellyfish.
Heights I'm not great
I hate
with.
jellyfish.
Yeah. I remember when I went to Dubai and the water, it's like more jellyfish than actual water in the water. That was very scary.
They're just horrible things.
No, yeah,
like,
probably death's pretty generic.
Yeah.
But I'd probably go with that as well.
Yeah.
Or like, yeah, sort of I don't know, any sort of death, I suppose. But yeah, I suppose. And now it's like at the moment where everyone's joking about lockdown or whatever, but now it's like it's not just like with our sort of age of being vulnerable to it as well. So it does make you sort of think, and it's sort of like playing FIFA every day. It's like, is this really what I'm going to do? But I suppose we've got no choice at the moment. But yeah, probably I'll be boring and say death.
I mean, I think it's a valid answer.
Yeah.
Right, next one is a celebrity crush.
Oh, two. Ariana Grande and Margot Robbie.
That's a good one. Both of them are good.
Is there anyone I missed there? No, yeah, probably them two.
Yeah. Right, if you could be best mates, like meet a celebrity, be like best mate to them, like you meet them and you're good friends like for the rest of your life, who would it be?
Yeah. See, I vary this a lot. Because I think about this, and when it's a Saturday 3:00 and I'm seeing Jimenez score, it's like, God, I'd love to like be out, especially for videos and stuff. That would be amazing.
Or imagine
maybe Adama Traore to go in the gym with him. But then like I'll watch some films and it'll be like one of my favourite actors, and you'll be like, yeah, like Chris Hemsworth for example with Thor. I'd be like, God, I'd love to be met, or Chris Pratt, or people like that. And then I think Anderson .Paak as well. Like I love him. Maybe a day with Post Malone might be a bit scary.
You'll be on some stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think the cleanest living day is probably going to be one of Jimenez or Adama, isn't it?
I mean, if you're best mates with Jimenez, it'll do wonders for you. Saka Puntas will be on a mad one.
Exactly. Yeah, we'll go for that then.
Right, next one would be, what have you done that you are most proud of?
Ooh. Well, to be honest, after leaving school last year, obviously getting A-levels and all stuff like that are good achievements. But after that, it's been YouTube stuff, and it's like when I've been on BBC stuff, Sky stuff. I know it's quite sort of materialistic, almost like, oh, I've been here and been here, therefore it qualifies me as this and this and this. But no, to be honest, the Wembley video I was massively proud of. When I know I've made a good video and it's combined with a Jimenez goal, that's when I feel best about myself, if you know what I mean, because I know that they're gonna go around the world and stuff like that. So I'm proud of those videos. I know it sounds quite sad, like being proud of a video, but biggest achievement, my height's quite a decent achievement. I'm absolutely very lanky. Sometimes that's not an achievement though. Sometimes it's a massive hindrance, and I didn't really do much to do that.
How tall are you?
Genetics. 6'6", so it's a massive inconvenience.
Nearly the same height as you. I'm 5'7", so I'm nearly the same height as you.
Yeah, but I definitely grew from 17 to 19 that I am now.
Yeah,
you definitely there's a few more inches, I reckon.
Everyone tells me that, but I've been about 5'8", 5'7" for the last God knows how many years, and I haven't moved.
Well, I was average height up until about 14, 15, and then one summer I just went from about 5'5", 5'6" to about 6'3", and then I've gone a few more. It was crazy. Like the ache, what's it called? Growing pains was unbelievable.
I can imagine.
But yeah, I can't say my proudest achievement is genetics. I don't think. There's not many great achievements in here, to be honest. Yeah, I'll go with the videos. There's stuff I'm most proud of.
Yeah, I mean it's something that you made, and you got to be proud of it.
Yeah.
The next one is, what is your favourite song?
Well, I kind of covered that before. It's Dang! !
Yeah.
By Anderson .Paak featuring Mac Miller.
Favourite song
I've
all
got
time?
all my family into it as well. It's probably been the last 5 years. Before that, I don't know what it would have been. But yeah, it definitely hasn't got old yet. It's just an absolute, just everything I like a bit of funk, bit of rap, bit of R&B. Yeah, it's just unbelievable. My two favourite artists. So sometimes it's a letdown, isn't it, when you see two of you like your favourite artists come together and then it's not great.
Yeah.
But no, that one didn't disappoint. So I'd go with that. Before that, I don't know. I'm trying to think of some classics that I really like. But no, yeah, that's the one that always sticks out in my mind.
Yeah. I can never figure out like a favourite song because I just can't choose one. I find it always really hard to choose.
I'd struggle more with the top 5, I reckon. Trying to condense that down. My one, I can definitely say that, but I think I'd struggle when it gets down top 5s, top 10s.
Because I can say a favourite song by like an artist, but I can't do a favourite song of all time.
Yeah,
it always
I
changes.
wonder when I'll get bored of Dang as well.
And the last question I guess would be for this quickfire round would be, if you won $1 million, what would be the first thing that you would buy? Or just what would you buy in general, I guess?
One of my dreams is to have. I've said it to my dad since I was about 10. I want a Lamborghini Aventador, matte black with like orange highlights, and then I just drive it to the Wolves.
Oh, mad.
But thinking longevity, there's much more sensible things to do with £1 million, isn't there? But if I could fulfil that, it's just then the insurance, isn't it, and the petrol. Might need more than that, I don't know. That would be the unwise thing I'd probably buy, the short-term thing. If not, maybe a stake in a football club. That'd be cool because then you see returns on it.
Could you buy much for £1 million
like
in
that.
football?
No, probably not. You could. I mean, you get a decent stake in a League One or League Two team, maybe. But I think they said there's figures the other day that Wolves are worth, is it 450 million? So I could make
You could buy a couple of seats, probably.
Tiny influence. Yeah, maybe.
To fair, if you could buy your own seats, and then you could have like proper seats. Then maybe that's like, that would just yours, like proper comfortable
heated seats and all.
And they had like writing engraved everything on it.
Yeah, slush machine. As I have next to it as well.
Right,
I'll do that.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a bad idea. Right, we're gonna ask some fan questions now. We've got some of you guys to send in some questions via Twitter. We got one here from Scotty. He says, "Do you miss the rivalry? Rivalry? Do you miss the rivalry with Blues and Baggies?"
I'll do that in 2. With Blues, I don't know what it is, but I kind of like them. I know I shouldn't, and I definitely hate Aston Villa more than Blues.
Yeah.
Probably because we've been playing them recently, but I think it's because one of my best mates is a Blues fan, and you should really have like the banter between each other and hate each other's teams, but we just sort of like, we're very amicable with each other, and I think that's how I reflect on Blues, sort of like, yeah, they're alright. I remember when David Davis, the ex-Wolves player, scored for Blues and then shushed the South Bank and was giving it all the hands to the ears.
Yeah.
I remember I was like, right, but no, I don't mind them. Whereas Albion, the main thing is I really miss it because the amount of years I've had to watch where we were rubbish and they were good.
Yeah.
And they're beating us, and obviously the 5-1 and all that, and now we're brilliant and they're nowhere to be seen to be able to batter them. Like every FA Cup draw, every League Cup draw, I'm just like, please Albion, just so we can batter them. That's the one I'm missing. But it'd be sods law, wouldn't it? We'd get them and then they'd just pull some 1-0 out the bag or whatever. But I am missing that one just because now we're at the peak of our powers. I want to show them, if you know what I mean.
Slap them in the face, basically.
Exactly. Yeah, that would be so satisfying. Not physically.
At least we get. Things. At least we get Villa now. At least we can batter them, which is quite funny. But
yeah, that was very satisfying this season.
Oh, I was so happy. Actually, this kind of moves on to the next question, which says, "Do you think Villa are trying to copy Wolves?" They are in a way.
I did sort of think, in the Championship when they reported us or whatever for the Mendes links, and then brought in a goalkeeper that was a Mendes client. I found that quite funny. Where they're trying to they reported us and was like, oh no, maybe it works to try and get a few of the Mendes players in. I think they will have tried to, but they've just not done it very well. I think like when Fulham came up last season, and I think Wolves have spent loads and loads of money, but in reality we haven't.
No.
Like and the net spend and the wages and stuff, we're actually quite low down, and especially in the Championship. I think they're saying when Wolves bought the Championship, but I think we were 5th in like spend on wages and all stuff like that, and you can't just throw money out. We've seen that with Fulham, and then at the start of the season when Villa were spending loads of money and they're like, doing a Fulham, you're doing a Fulham. And I think that you also need the scouting network. Obviously, we've had a few George Mendes players, but like Adama wasn't. The Villa had him and let him go.
Yep.
I think our scouting has been the key thing that set us apart from Villa. But yeah, I think they were trying to copy that mould, and it's not a bad thing, because if I ran a football club, I'd go, well, do what Wolves have done, because look at how they've just gone up and up and up.
Yeah.
But I think there's been a few duff signings in there as well, but on the majority, I think our signings have just been so much better than the teams that have come up and just gone, right, he must be good if we spend 30 million on him, whereas we've been very clever with it, I think.
Because we're buying good players that are not really that expensive. Like, we're just buying just good players that like we're not.
And they all seem to be nice people as well. I know that's like easy to say, but when you see the videos, they all seem to get on, same sort of personalities, and a lot of the similar nationalities. That helps as well, obviously.
I mean, we basically got the Portuguese squad, but
exactly, with a mix, and then so you've got Portuguese speaking, you've got Spanish, which is very similar, and then a few English, and then Cody speaking his own language.
He's got Scouse. Yeah. Right, Jordan asks, who was the first person to ever notice you at a game?
If it's the Jordan I'm thinking, it was probably him.
Yeah.
It was, as we were talking about, it was Aston Villa away, which isn't a great one to talk about because we lost 4-1.
Yeah,
but it was when I had 1,000, 2,000 subscribers, and obviously the thought of being recognised was just like, I just never thought it would happen. So when I was on those numbers, and then this guy came up, oh, you the guy that does the videos, and I was like, yes, but how do you like? It was weird. It was really strange. So he probably thought I was very weird. But no, we've kept in contact since then. We've done a few little bits of recordings together at games and stuff. So, but no, yeah, it was him. I assume that's the same Jordan. Anyway, it's awkward if it isn't.
Jordan Reynolds.
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah, he put a laughing face, so he knew what he was asking.
Shout out then. He's got his shout out.
Right, we've got Harrison here who says, if you had to vlog another team's games, who would it be? I assume this means you're going to be a fan of them as well.
Yeah, that would be enough. Well, I couldn't imagine anyone else, really.
Yeah.
I know if I was going purely on YouTube success, but I'd still support. Yeah, if I could still support, I don't know. Right, we'll just.
Let's just put all rivalries aside. Like nothing. It's just fresh mind.
Purely YouTube success. I know the Tottenham vloggers have a lot of success, especially last season. But with Heung-min Son, they've got a massive Korean following from that, so they'd be a fun team to do. Maybe Napoli with Lozano, the Mexican superstar.
Yep.
But if I was thinking close to home, my mum's from. So my dad's from around Wolverhampton, so that's why we're Wolves fans. But my mum, they met in Blackpool, so my mum was a Blackpool fan. But then half their family like Blackpool and Fleetwood, so they should be rivals, but I've got a soft spot for both. I sort of follow both teams, keep like an eye on them.
Yeah.
So that, but obviously there's not. I doubt there'd be much YouTube stuff in that, but they're the sort of teams I look out for. Or Telford, that would be. I do football managers with Telford all the time, trying to go from the 7th
doing a
tier
Jota
to the top tier. Yeah, exactly. I know I did that way before him as well, and I did it in less seasons, but I didn't get any articles.
He gets all the praise.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and I'm better at FIFA. No, I'm not. He's unreal at FIFA.
He is pretty good at FIFA.
But yeah, I don't know. Or I wouldn't feel like Real Madrid or like those sorts of ones. I don't feel like that'd be any fun. It wouldn't feel as personal. I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a tough one when you've got like when you've been a certain support the whole time.
Just couldn't imagine.
Yeah. Got last one here from
Club America would be cool.
You what?
Just Club America in Mexico. That'd be good. They've got like 70,000 seater. That'd be cool.
Yeah, true. I got last one here from Staffman C, who says, "How do you get about a signed shirt like that?" And he's referring to the picture which I posted of you, which is you with your signed Raul Jimenez shirt. Assume he wants to get one.
Yes, yeah, that needs to go up. You can't see me, can you? But I'm pointing at a big gap on my bedroom. Wall that I want to get that up on. It's still not up. But that was, I think it was my dad drunkenly bidding at an auction. And then and then he gave it to me for Christmas. Yeah, I'm wearing a Christmas jumper on the photo, and I got it for Christmas this Christmas. So it's just unbelievable. And it, like, I opened all my presents, and he was like, "Oh no, there's one more." And he brought it through. But yeah, it says it's match worn. It doesn't say which game, which is annoying because it's got like two little pictures, and I'd want to almost put in pictures of like the game or whatever. Hopefully he scored in it or whatever. I don't know. But no, yeah, just
let's just say
to be honest,
he scored.
It could be a fake signature. I don't know, but it seemed pretty real. It was at a charity auction. Is the short answer.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So basically, the answer to that is get your dad drunk, and you can get one.
That's the one. That's the one. Same with the Molyneux game. You know, when I played on the pitch
and scored.
That was yes, that was drunk bidding as well.
Drunk bidding.
Everyone, that's the rule to do things you want to do. Just think about the consequences after you've bid for it when you're drunk.
To be fair, it doesn't sound too bad at the moment when you got a signed Raul Jimenez shirt and you played at Molyneux, so it's not too bad.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. I just don't look at the bank balance.
Let's actually, while she mentioned it, let's talk a bit about the Molyneux game. Like, you scored at Molyneux, you played at Molyneux, and Steve Ball was your manager, wasn't he? That's pretty cool.
It was meant to happen the year before. I can't remember why it did. I think they were doing some minor construction stuff. So it was a present for my 18th birthday. My dad had built it, and I think he'd improvised then again and said, "Oh, surprise!" He didn't even know he'd bought it in the morning. But then it was a brilliant birthday present for my 18th. But yeah, it was meant to be the year before, and then thankfully I'd made sort of more Wolves friends throughout the year. So I said my dad can have a team. So we did like lads versus dads. But even if we didn't know Steve Bull, it came with the package. It's Jeff Thomas, because it was all in aid of cure leukemia. Obviously Jeff Thomas, the former Wolves player that had suffered with leukemia, and then Steve Bull as well had volunteered to do it. We were meant to all be. We used Bully's connection. To be fair, we were playing in the under-23s kits as well. We were actually meant to like wear our own, just like black or whatever, but I had a word and said, can we play in the Wolves kits? Which is, it's like a game of FIFA, isn't it, where you play like two Wolves v Wolves, and it's like the away kit versus the home kit. But no, yeah, it was surreal. So I got my schoolmates, mixed them with my YouTube, obviously Wolves mates, and it was just like an absolute dream. And it watching the footage back, I didn't realise how bad we were. Like, when you're in the moment and you're playing. I've never been a gifted footballer. I've had a lot of problems with my legs and my feet when I was growing up, so on and off crutches all the time, and it really stifled being able to play football. I still watch loads, so I always say I've got it in my head, I just can't do it with my feet. So as you'll probably see from the video, when I'm trying to whack it from 30 yards and it just dribbles out for a throw in or whatever. But no, yeah, so we did the first half. I had two freestylers on the wings. I had EOB Skills, the Wolves freestyler, and then Kieran Brown, I think he's got over 1 million subscribers on YouTube. So that was quite a major coup at wing back. So they were doing all the running and keepy uppies for us, and then mixed it. It was just unbelievable. So we would batter him in the first half, and then at half time I said, right, I'll come off, because everyone sort of did a bit off at the time. I think it was a 60-minute game. I said, but when I come back on, can you please just pass to me? Like, I need this. It's like a dream. So one of my mates, I think I put in the video, he was literally like, he's very, very good. He was like, he models himself on Messi. So he trained himself to be left-footed, and he's very moves around very quickly. So he was like, right, I'm going to do this, and you just literally, because it was literally like 50, 60-year-old men at the back, so he was like, just literally run here, I'll play the ball. And I just toe poked it and hit and hope. And it's, in the moment I was like, what a goal. But then watching it back, it's like, oh, I'm travelling at like 2 miles an hour and then poke it into the corner. But no, I had the mask behind the goal. I had
good celebration.
A video company that I wasn't actually meant to be filmed, but a company that I did work experience with, who do video and video editing. Shout out Humanoid. And they came and filmed it for us, and there was a guy like with FIFA where you can run to the camera. Yeah. So I said, if I'm ever in, please make sure you're on the sideline, and I'm going to run over and do the mask. It was just a GoPro on like a little stick thing, and they had a big one up in the crowd. But no, thankfully it all went pretty swimmingly. And unlike the last time the mask was put on, I think we held on for the win as well. So yeah, it was an absolute dream. And I, if we can, obviously with Molyneux being planned to be built and extended or knocked down or whatever, it's like it's going to be hard to maybe get one in again. But if we ever can, I'm definitely going to look at sorting some, maybe even like do a full YouTube on, get all the sort of podcasts and YouTube and all that involved. It would be cool.
Yeah. I mean, Yeah, I mean, just playing at Molyneux, just like, did they play music? Like, did they play the whole IO Silver Lining when you walked out or not, or was it just?
No, but I took a speaker in and played it in the dressing room.
Yeah.
So I had that on, and then I did like loads of Wolves classics and all that. A lot of my mates who weren't Wolves fans were like, "What's going on here?" But yeah, the Wolves fans were loving it. They had the buzzer go off when we had to go out for 30 seconds, like to line up, which was cool.
Yeah.
And the referees took it quite seriously as well. So it felt real. It was strange as well because it was when they were redoing seats in the Billy Wright stand. So if you turned around, there was a lot of. Thankfully, from where we were filming from, obviously it looked all normal.
Yeah.
But yeah, you couldn't see, all the seats were out and stuff. And it would have been cool. I was saying if we ever do it again, try and just say like free. If we could say to Wolves, just let everyone in that wants to come in for free and watch, because it would have been cool having an atmosphere. If you can hear on the video, it's literally just my mum screaming when I score or whatever. There was a crowd of about 40 because it was just like people's families and my sister or whatever, like people's sisters, brothers. But it would be cool to get an atmosphere there. But no, yeah, just like scoring at the South Bank, it's just like, wow. It was,
dream come true, really.
Just and you don't realise how big it is as well. It's just crazy.
And also, you got like the whole cameras as well. So I mean, that must have been pretty cool to watch back. Like, it feels like, you're on Sky Sports or something. Yeah,
well, I wanted to get a photographer as well. Thinking about that would have been cool because I could have had like Twitter pictures looking as if I was a real player. But no, yeah, it's getting the cameras in was one of the main things. I said I want to make sure we do it on a day that Humanoid, my mates that gave me the work experience, as I want them to be there because it was brilliant for me. They sent me this hard drive. There was like 900 gig worth of footage because they had one filming the whole game in slow motion.
Oh my God.
Almost like the Sky stuff. One filming the whole pitch, and then a GoPro guy on the sidelines, and then if you've seen from the video, like the GoPro guy was coming in the changing rooms and at the benches, and then we had microphones set up in each bench so I could change through Final Cut, like change the audio what they wanted to hear, or like at either side of the goals, and then there was GoPros in the goals, and it was, for me, like as an editing nerd, it was just an absolute dream. Took me ages, but it was a dream.
So we're gonna have to leave this off now. Thank you very much, Finerrz, and well, Finn, I'm gonna call you Finn, for being here, and thank you for being on. Means a lot.
Absolute pleasure. Had fun. I'm getting quite hot though now.
I'm freezing.
Get a drink.
Like, if you like this video, just like it, subscribe, share to everyone. We need all the followers. We need all the views. I don't know. Like and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.